Hey folks, how are you on this beautiful spring day? I have a special guest here. He might be getting in the camera zone. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about my experience with friction inside the tools that we are using. So, as you may remember from my previous rants, I had a problem with a tool that didn't have any search, pagination, or filtering or sorting functionality on the campaigns page, which made it basically increasingly more difficult to use this campaigns page, which was the basic functionality of this tool, as we created more campaigns. So essentially, it was becoming more and more useless for the more and more advanced power users, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to achieve. So we experienced a lot of friction on that, and we've been going back and forth with, the product team, the customer success team, and finally one day they implemented this search functionality, and I was over the moon because I knew how important it would be for our team in the long run. But then I noticed they only implemented it in one place on the campaigns tab, but not on the filters, not on the tags, not in basically other places of the app where, the search for the campaign was necessary to use the tool. So it made me realize they probably didn't log, where this problem, where this point of friction might occur across their product, not only on this one page. And this is exactly where the friction log comes into play. So you should be recording these points of friction and where they happen across the different areas of your product and between the different segments of your users, because it might be that the same point of friction affects several user segments, but you roll something out and inform, for instance, only one segment of your users in one specific plan, right? So there are two types of friction that I also wanted to mention, and I want to pick your mind on that. Do you think that opportunity friction, or do you think that function friction is more important and can have a bigger impact on retention? So, what is opportunity and what is function friction? Function friction is what I just described, when basically your current functionality in the product is somehow lacking, or the UX issues in the current product make it impossible for the user to achieve their goals, so to get the jobs to be done, while the opportunity friction is when you simply don't have a certain functionality in your product, but your users increasingly need it in order to use your product. That's where, your users may opt for large and more expensive platforms, right, that solve several problems at once, rather than having to opt for smaller, tools that they would need to then integrate and kind of patch together. So, what do you think? What is more important for retention? Function friction or opportunity friction? I would love to pick your brains on that and hope to hear from you soon. Best wishes from me and the cat. See you next week.